and I don't know why I'm doing this. I feel like it's a dance, like an Egyptian dance. Walk like an Egyptian.
Hello.
Welcome back to the Rise of Empires Ice of Fire video with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for all of your previous views, likes, comments, suggestions, subscriptions, and all of that jazz. Really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the big head out of here. Today we're going to talk about mistakes. I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Was that mistakes? Regrets. I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. Yeah, that's regrets. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about mistakes were made. Now, if you've been following over the last week or so, these are some videos about me setting up a brand new account, setting up some farm accounts, and trying to work out the most efficient way to get to high-level castles and to speed up my growth, so to speak. Now, as I've said before, this is the most efficient way for you. The way I have to do it is obviously I have to record videos, I have to edit videos, I have to slow things down. I can't do it as fast. I can't just sit here for 24 hours and go blah, 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 and finish it. Because there would be no way to record all of that progress and to show you the ideas and the ways and the efficiencies that I think you can do. So if you're looking at me and going, oh, but you're only level 8, that's not very efficient at all. That's because I'm trying to show you how to do it. If you did every single thing in my video in 24 hours, then you should be a lot higher level. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. We are doing this project because I like it and I think it's a fun idea to do, and I've running out of boring things to do. I felt like a new beginning in Rise of Empires was a fun thing to do, and I felt like focusing back on what I used to be good at, and what this channel became kind of known for was doing kind of looking at particular topics, whether it be buildings or whether it be starving or tavern or all of this kind of stuff, and trying to get through to you guys how and explain in a clear way what's important about those things and how you should play the game. But in terms of what we've just done now, I've made two big mistakes. Okay, so if you're ever going to start something like this, if you're ever going to start a new account, or you're ever going to start a whole bunch of farm accounts, I want you to listen closely because these are two mistakes, and Mr. Gill's telling you don't make those mistakes. I like this pen. I think I want to get a pointer, like a board pointer or a laser pointer. Do you have laser pointers anymore? Do people have laser pointers? You remember you used to always have laser pointers? I'm going to look for a laser pointer when I get back to Melbourne. Anyway. This pen is not as good. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Two mistakes I made. The first mistake I made was I decided to do this all at the same time. Okay, so literally, if you've gone back and watched the videos, I created, there was a live stream, I created nearly 3 accounts, and then after that live stream, I created another 4 accounts. So I created 7 accounts within about 8 hours. And then tried to start leveling them up as fast as possible. Now this is fun, and it was a good idea because of one reason, in that I could keep all the accounts at the same level, and that way I could any sort of efficiencies that I could create in terms of what buildings I did and all that kind of stuff, or raiding the farms, would be felt 7 times, and it would maximize the potential. However, if you have even one account, that's going to take a couple of hours out of your day. If you have another 6 that you're trying to level up at the same time, you've got to at least spend 30 minutes each day. So now you're talking about 3 hours plus your main account, maybe 5 or 6 hours a day you're spending on this game. That's too much time. That's far too much time, especially for me, and I pretty much only play games all day, every day. It's a lot of time to put into one game and only just achieve small amounts of progress. So that was a massive mistake. And if I did this again, I don't think I would do it this way, because I think even though I really like the idea of having these 6 castles leveling up at the same time, and then, all of them are exactly the same, and when I hit them, I'm getting the same amount of resources, and it proves things to me, and it's like having control groups, you know what I mean, in terms of scientific testing. And I don't know why I'm doing this. I feel like it's a dance, like an Egyptian dance. Walk like an Egyptian. So that I did like the idea of it. However, I don't have the time for it. Well, I have to make the time now, and we'll get there. It's going to be annoying about a week and a half in order to get everything to the right point, but that's fine. I'll just have to do it. What I would do instead is do this one farm at a time. Okay, I would probably do one farm every 3 days. I think that would give us enough time, personal, to get everything to a level where it is working out okay. So I would start my main account, then I would start my first farm, and then next farm every 3 days until at the end of 3 times 6 is 18. End of like 2-3 weeks, I would have all 6 farms. They would be staggered in different levels, but they would still be there, and they would be useful. And also, as you know, everything does catch up eventually, and you will get to the point eventually where everything is at the same level. So that's the first mistake, and if you're going to try this, I would strongly suggest that you think very hard about how many accounts you can manage at the same time. Second thing, I made a mistake, and this is a stupid mistake, is don't give them stupid names. Okay? So I named them all funny names. Let's have a quick look in here. So we've got Sumo Way Gil, Make a Hay Gil, Taka Ole Gil, Eat a Ham Gil, Papa Ye Gil, Pita Pay Gil, Feta Say Gil, and then obviously my main account, Betere Gil. Now these make me laugh every day. I love them. I'm a simple man, and they make me chuckle every single time I look at them. But it's really hard to keep straight in my head which ones I've done something on. So if say at the end of the night I'm on my phone and I'm like, okay, I've got to go through and just make sure that every single one is doing this appropriate research. By clicking through, I get confused, and then I'm like, what? And so then I'm starting to write down on scraps of paper, Eat a Ham Gil, research done, blah, blah, blah. Now, that's not such a bad thing, and I probably will end up starting some sort of little Excel spreadsheet to keep track of this, because I like that sort of thing as well. I used to have this awesome Excel spreadsheet that catalogued all of my comic collection. I think I still have it somewhere. I know I remember 20 years ago putting it on a disc, and I'm going, I'll save this for some point in the future. I wonder where it is, because I still have the comic somewhere. We'll find out when I get back to Melbourne. Anyway, distraction aside. I'll eventually put it on some sort of spreadsheet, but it's really hard to keep track of what I've done in which account, and which account needs to be checked on, or research, something needs to be researched, or this needs to be done, etc., etc., etc. Because of their names. Eat a Ham Gil, Papa Ye Gil. I think it'd be a lot easier in my head, and it might just be me, but I think it'd be a lot easier in my head if I just numbered them. So it was Farm 1, Farm 2, Farm 3, Farm 4, Farm 5, Farm 6, and I think that would help me a bit. Because at the moment, I'm like, I know I went into one account with a P in it. Was it Pita Pay Gil or Papa Ye Gil? Oh, no, okay. And it just takes time, and it's back and forth, and it's inefficient, and it's annoying as crap. So, in my view, and this is completely up to you, and I said, these are just 2 mistakes that I made, but I would not name them silly names. What might be good is to name them completely different names. You can call one account, Gil, and you can call one account Susan. Because that might be a lot easier. Actually, that's a good idea. That might be a lot easier than numbers even as well. If they're just completely opposite names, not opposite, but different names. Because Susan is the opposite of Gil. You have light, you have dark, you have sugar, you have sweet, you have Gil, you have Susan. Interesting. Yeah, maybe that's a good option. I don't know. Think about that. Discuss down below. So those are 2 mistakes that I think I've made in the first, say, 4. I think it's been 5 days of starting these new accounts. Those are the first 2 mistakes I've identified in the way I'm trying to play this. Don't start them all at the same time. It's too much work to do. Unless you have literally nothing else to do in your life, then you can do that. But don't start them all at the same time. Don't name them silly. Try and be either methodical about it, or be something that you're going to remember. Everybody's head is a little bit different. I actually think that if I called them one is called Betere Gil, one is called Susan, one is called Coffee Cup, one is called Ceiling Fan, blah blah blah. I don't know. If they were just completely disconnected names, that might help me remember them and remember which ones I visited on a daily basis. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. Let me know what mistakes you've made in the game and that you regret and that you wish you could go back and do again. Actually, we might do a whole Q&A on that, a live stream about regrets. I've had a few. Thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please click the like, subscribe, share this as you see fit across the entire internet, if possible. And I will catch you in the next one. Make sure you eat some cheese and stay cool. See ya.